Hi, this is a gamer with Know Your Video Games. In Brazil, there's a company that's called Tech Toys that distributed the Sega Genesis out in that region. And this past year, they announced that they were going to be re-releasing the Genesis. And I think that everyone in North America and Europe, maybe even some fans in Japan, hoped that Sega would re-release the Genesis here as well. And part of the rumors were that this unit would have HDMI. When it was finally released, it did not have HDMI. However, a number of Chinese companies came out with a replica of the Genesis that did have HDMI. And for a while, I've been eyeing this Sega Genesis Model 2 replica that does have HDMI, and I ordered it, and we're going to take a look and see how it is and what came in. Okay, so this is what came in the mail today. We were opening this up together. The one thing that prevented me from ordering it earlier was that it's actually fairly expensive. The unit is like $60, and then with shipping it almost comes out to $100. But hopefully it's a nice system. So there's another system that is put out, and it's made by the same company. It's called FEI HAO, and it looks like the original Sega Genesis. So far it looks really nice, and this is a surprise. I actually didn't expect a cartridge to come with it. Here we go, it comes with the unit, 2 controllers that are wireless, an HDMI cable, the power plug, and AV cables. Let's take a look at the system. Pretty nice. Actually feels pretty steady. So underneath it, it has a regional switch for Japan and other regions. It does not have a aspect ratio switch, so I'm guessing that it's going to default to 720p. You guys ready to test out the system? Let's do it. Okay, as of this point, I'm not really digging the quality of the picture. It looks a little blurry. This is the cartridge that came with it, so we're just gonna test it on this. It sounds okay. So now I've heard that these units play in mono, and that does seem to be the case. It doesn't sound like it's in stereo. It's not bad. As you can see, it's stretched. So if I want to change the aspect ratio, you're going to have to do that within the TV menu. Let's try another game. Let's do Streets of Rage 2. Make sure the sound isn't all jacked up. So again, I like my games to be pixel perfect, and this this doesn't have the sharpness that, say, the Xbox 360 or Xbox One or PlayStation 4 would have if you were to download like one of these Sega games off the marketplace. Sounds not too bad. It sounds like the game. The controller feels responsive. It's not really too bad. It's not too bad. I think that I would rather have a system that produces a crisper screen, but really it's not too bad. It's whether it's worth $100, $60 plus shipping, that's up to you. But I'm going to show you a trick that's pretty cool. Check this out. So this is the US version of Mystic Defender. We're going to go ahead and put the game in. And see how it is in Japanese. In earlier games, the Japanese information and the US information was on the same console. And so, if you put the US cartridge in the Japanese system, it would play as a Japanese game. So you can see that he's wearing the skirt as he would in the Japanese version. Now let's go ahead and turn it off and change the region on the system. English. There he is in his Western clothes. So one of the differences, at least with in terms of regions, is this particular game is censored for the West. So at the very end of the game, one of the characters appears nude in the Japanese version. So if you want to have the uncensored version, all you have to do is change the region. Let's show you another trick. Okay, we're gonna try one last game, which is Ghouls and Ghosts. Right now I have it on the Japanese region. And as you can see, it comes up as the Japanese version of Ghouls and Ghosts with the region switch on Japan. So you might wonder if there's a difference between the US and Japanese version of this game. And as I played through it, I found that there was just one area where it was different. And it's in the second stage. There's some obstacles that are not on the US version. But other than that, I didn't really see anything that was different. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next episode.